I'm a huge fan of the Macaw, or Nicaraguan Cichlid. I've got multiples of these fish in at least 4 different tanks right now. So if you've ever wondered whether or not you should get a Nicaraguan Cichlid, I think there's some things that you should know. So let's talk about them. I feel like everywhere I look, the internet lists this fish as peaceful to semi-aggressive, and I just don't agree with that. I've kept quite a few of these guys over the years, and I don't think I've ever had one that wasn't just a complete jerk. And what I mean by that is these fish love to chase, they love to harass, and they love to get into it with other fish. I feel like their job description on a resume would literally say, loves to chase and harass tank mates. These guys love to chase other fish, and it really doesn't matter who. They love to assert themselves with their other tank mates. As you can see here, I keep these guys with some of my bigger, more assertive fish. There's quite a few vieja in here, along with pearl cichlid and a few other big bangers. So the key takeaway I would say here is that while not necessarily an aggressive fish, they can be highly territorial. They absolutely love to chase other fish, and it really doesn't matter who. I would say one of my favorite aspects about keeping this fish is that it's such a utilitarian fish. In other words, you can keep these guys in pretty much just about any kind of cichlid setup. I think that another one of the big misconceptions with this fish is that they come from the same soft, acidic waters as many other New World cichlids, but that's not the case. Nicaraguan cichlids actually originate from water that is significantly harder and higher pH. Think over 8. So because of this, these fish are often far more adaptable than I think people realize. So these fish can comfortably tolerate anything from soft, slightly acidic waters all the way up to water parameters that are closer to, say, African cichlid rift lake water. And in fact, I actually keep a group of these fish with my more boisterous peacocks and habs. And not only do these guys fit in, they never really get pushed around by anyone. I actually think that these guys make a great dither in a Malawian tank. These are big, thick-bodied fish, and while they may chase around and harass other tank mates, they're generally not going to cause any harm, and definitely not going to kill any other fish in the tank. Which is not the same that I could say for the peacocks and habs. The only fish that one of my Nicaraguans has ever killed was another Nicaraguan cichlid. My large male Nicaraguan cichlid ended up getting crazy aggressive after several successful spawns, and each time he tried to eat the fry, and the female tried to stop him. And what ended up happening is he eventually chased her down and killed her. And as you can see here, one of the more interesting things about these fish is that the females tend to be far more colorful than the males. This is from about 6 months ago, where the male and the female were about the same size, and now he's probably 3 or 4 more inches bigger than her. And while the females are far more colorful than the males and tend to be the showstoppers, the males do still show some pretty beautiful coloration. Another thing that I've seen in a couple different places is that these fish only max out at about 6 inches, which for the female can be true, while the males can often reach, 8, 9 plus inches. I would say that my big male has got to be at least 9 inches, while also developing a pretty significant nuchal hump. To me, the minimum tank size to keep even one Nicaraguan cichlid is a 75 gallon. And I feel like if you keep it in anything less than that, you're just going to be asking for trouble. I feel like once these guys reach about 2 inches or so, that's when they really start to have that chase mentality. And that's about the time when problems with these fish usually start. And as for feeding these fish, these guys are pretty much omnivores. They'll take just about anything you give them, from flakes to pellets to frozen to live. They're not difficult to feed at all. As for tank mates, as I said earlier, I love the fact that this is such a utilitarian fish. I've kept these guys with everything from African cichlids to New World cichlids. I do believe they can do well in a semi-aggressive or an aggressive setup. However, I would still try to avoid some of these ultra-aggressive fish that may take things a step too far and end up killing one of your Nicaraguans. The point of this video wasn't to regurgitate a bunch of information that anybody can Google. It's more along the lines to share with you my experiences with these fish to help you decide. So, after everything I told you, should you get a Nicaraguan cichlid? Honestly, it depends. Keeping in mind that these are a large torpedo-shaped fish that grow quite thick-bodied, along with the fact that these guys do love to chase, they love to harass, they're a very active fish. So if you have a large enough setup with appropriately sized tank mates, then I say go for it. These are a uniquely beautiful and underappreciated fish in the hobby. These guys glisten with almost an iridescent glow and shine that you just don't see. They're a utilitarian fish that can go into just about any kind of cichlid setup. I just feel like the benefits far outweigh the risks with this fish. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Until next time.